CDC has identified a case of coronavirus in Washington state, the Wuhan strain of this. If you remember SARS, that affected GDP, travel-related effects. Have you been briefed by the CDC?
I have.
Are there words about a pandemic at this point?
No, we're not at all, and we have it totally under control. It's one person coming in from China, and we have it under control. It's going to be just fine.
But now we're working very strongly with China on the coronavirus. That's a new thing that a lot of people are talking about. Hopefully it won't be as bad as some people think it could be, but we're working very closely with them and with a lot of other people in a lot of other countries, and we think we have it very well under control. The virus, they're working hard. Looks like by April, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away. I hope that's true. But we're doing great in our country. China, I spoke with President Xi, and they're working very, very hard. And I think it's going to all work out fine. Rough stuff, I tell you, rough stuff. But I think it's going to work out good. What do you have, a very small number of people in the country right now with it? It's like around 12. Many of them are getting better. Some are fully recovered already. So we're in very good shape. I think it's going to work out fine. I think when we get into April and the warmer weather, that has a very negative effect on that and that type of a virus. So let's see what happens, but I think it's going to work out fine. Now the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. You know that, right? Coronavirus. They're politicizing it. We did one of the great jobs. You say, how's President Trump doing? They go, oh, not good, not good. They have no clue. They don't have any clue. And this is their new hoax. But, we did something that's been pretty amazing. We're 15 people in this massive country. And because of the fact that we went early, we could have had a lot more than that. We're doing great. Our country is doing so great.
Are you also considering a national emergency declaration that would allow states and local governments to convene that meeting?
I don't think you'll need that because I really think we're in extremely good shape. We're prepared for anything, and we could always do that at a later date if we need it, but I don't think we need that. We're prepared, and we're doing a great job with it, and it will go away. Just stay calm. It's going to go away. It's going to go away. I was watching Scott this morning, and he was saying within 2 months. But, in the meantime, we want to lose as few people as possible. So important. And what is the number as of this morning? Is it 32? You can tell me. Is it 32 deaths? Steve, around that. I mean, think of it, the United States, because of what I did and what the administration did with China, we have 32 deaths at this point. Other countries that are smaller countries have many, many deaths. 32 is a lot. 32 is too many. But when you look at the kind of numbers that you're seeing coming out of other countries, it's pretty amazing when you think of it. It's a very contagious virus. It's incredible, but it's something that we have tremendous control of.
You said that you were not responsible for the testing shortfall. Very simple question. Does the buck stop with you? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your response to this crisis?
I'd rate it a 10. I think we've done a great job. And it started with the fact that we kept a very highly infected country, despite all of even the professionals saying, no, it's too early to do that. We were very, very early with respect to China. And we would have a whole different situation in this country if we didn't do that. I would rate it I would rate ourselves and the professionals. I think the professionals have done a fantastic job. And I've always known this is a pandemic. I felt it was a pandemic long before it was called a pandemic. All you had to do is look at other countries. I think now it's in almost 120 countries all over the world. No, I've always viewed it as very serious. There was no difference yesterday from days before. I feel the tone is similar, but some people said it wasn't. Clinical trials are already underway for many new therapies, and we're working on scaling these to allow many more Americans to access different drugs that have shown really good promise. We've had some really good promise. It is known as a malaria drug, and it's been around for a long time, and it's very powerful. But the nice part is it's been around for a long time. So we know that if things don't go as
January 22nd, at this point, President Trump states that he's not worried at all. February 10th, at this point, Trump states, "We're doing great. It will simply disappear by April." February 28th, President Trump states that the Democrats are complaining that he is not doing a good job handling the pandemic. He states he is doing a great job. The Democrats are just putting on the hope. March 15th, President Trump finally declares this as a credible, contagious virus and declares a shutdown 2 days later on March 17th. At this point, as you watch the graph, you can see that China is gaining control over the pandemic as other countries start to lose control. As you can see, the United States starts to soar as we're not taking it serious. At the start of April, the point at which President Trump the virus will simply start to disappear. You can see that Italy, Spain, and the United States are suffering worse as the United States climbs all the way to the top and continues to get progressively worse. April the 13th, President Trump shifted power over to the governors of each state to reopen as they see fit, and many will open prematurely, causing the virus to soar. As you can see at this point, the United States has doubled the number of deaths as the United Kingdom, which is the second highest death rate country.
Bob, is widely available. I think we will likely know whether a vaccine is safe and effective given the number of phase 3 trials that are starting literally next week. and there are some in other countries that are already ongoing, that we should know by the end of December of this year, the beginning of next year. There are some companies that claim that might be a month or two sooner. I'm a little skeptical about that, but anything is possible. But I think it's going to be towards the end of the year. But the crux of your question is when widely available. It is likely that in the beginning of next year, we would have tens of millions of doses available. The companies who are involved in making these vaccines, many of which the federal government is in deep collaboration with, promise that as we get into 2021, there will be hundreds of millions of doses, and then maybe sometime thereafter, billions of doses. So in direct answer to your question, I think as we get into 2021, several months in, that you would have vaccine that would be widely available to people in the United States.
This is where we stand as of July 25th, 2020. Be safe.